just when you think the Yankees are down and out, they have a game like this. And maybe it restores our faith in humanity for one day. But they split the series with the Rays. A lot of fans didn't think that was going to happen. A lot of fans thought they would, Carlos Rodon was going to be terrible, but he shoved 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 10 strikeouts. He did exactly what we needed him to do. It's fantastic. And I'm sure certain Yankee fans, and I know the Yankee brass are happy to see the guys that they spend a heck of a lot of money on came through today. Juan Soto, 2 home runs. DJ LeMahieu hit a home run, right? Some guys that haven't been hitting hit, which is fantastic. So, would it be nice if DJ hit more regularly? Yeah. So, let's not say he's back, but it was nice to see. And who else got here? We got, Austin Wells went deep as well. So, and again, he's, his bat's coming around as well. So, all in all, good day by the Yankees. A really, really good day by the Yankees. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the like buttons, gang. Sean, Jesse, Jonathan, Coconuts. Consigliere is here. Yes, he is. Raymond, Peanut. Yeah, the Buckeye is here. Fantastic. Fantastic. The King of Texas is here. Hello, Tiffany. How are you? Edward. What is going on? Dev the Devastator. Army Chow Mein. Yes, indeed. How are you, my friend? Yeah. I hear that, Consigliere. Yeah. Enjoy what you do, man. Doesn't really feel like work, huh? Jace Pierre, Agent Bill Stoll. What's happening, gang? What's happening? And again, yeah, a little hitting of Dandy Randy. I know. Yeah, and again, the Rays were, kind of taunting the Yankees yesterday, and the Yankees made them pay, paid them back today with the win. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. They switched, sides, and they split the series with them. And we got the Mets next. Then we have the Red Sox. Then we have the Phillies. Then we have the Blue Jays. It doesn't get easy. Volpe went yard too. That's right, Buckeye. Thank you. Anthony Volpe also went yard. So that's quite a few home runs. 5 home runs for the Yankees today. Yeah. So Stephen B. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a good rebound. It was a good rebound start by Carlos Rodon. That's his 10th win of the season too. Jarvis Henley's in the building. Yeah, Jack, what's happening? Yeah, honestly, I don't know if it's whether Rodon has to have a couple of clunkers before he has a good one again. Maybe he needs another starter there to push him with the aside from Cole. Right? So definitely, the Yankees won today. They play clean baseball, playing good baseball. And that's all that matters. That's all that really matters. Jesse Patterson, same to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well in the family. Joe, what's good, my man? Anthony Mitchell's in the building. What's happening? Dr. C's in the building, too. It's a party now. Everybody's here. G. Palvis, what is good? I'm telling you. But, that's also the Yankees' 60th win of the season. Okay? Their 60th win of the season. How many teams in baseball have 60 wins? 1, 2, 3. The Yankees are one of them. Yankees, the Orioles, and the Phillies are the 3 teams in baseball with 60 wins. So look at that. That's 1642. 102 games. There's 60 games left in the year. If they go 40-20, then they win 100 games. If they go 35-25, they win 95 games. So I definitely see them winning more than 90 games. So, that's what, 30-30. Play 500 ball the rest of the way. You still win 90 games. So, Robert Johnson. Yeah. Yes, we do, Don Barton. There's no doubt we need to improve. Yeah, yes. And again, we're 8 days away from the trade deadline. So, it's going to be a stressful week and a day. Right? And it's going to be more, tension, and people are going to be have anxiety. And I get it. And we just don't know what the market is here right now. We don't know what the market is. So, and we keep hearing stuff. We keep hearing this. We keep hearing that. But nothing's happening. Right? They're in discussions. The Orioles are in discussions. The Dodgers are in discussions. The Braves are in discussions. Everybody's in discussions, but that's all we're hearing is that they're in discussions. Right? Euro Yanks in the building. Right. Andrew Gang's in the place too. Yeah, trades. This is, Ronald, like we've been talking trades a lot, right? And again, like, what do we know, right? And like I even put up this, my morning video. If you haven't seen it, like, if I were the Yankees, I'd be trying to make incremental trades right now instead of waiting for the blockbuster that may never happen. Because at the end of the day, they need a blockbuster. Unless you can address 4 positions with one trade, it doesn't make much sense. You have to make multiple trades, right? So, and what can they do? I mean, you want to make a multiplayer trade. There's a couple trades. You could probably move one with the Angels, probably with the White Sox, but that would be a whopper of a trade. Maybe even with the Tigers, if you get Scooble, you can get one of their infielders too, or possibly. There's a couple of teams, maybe the Nationals, the Cubs. We found out today they're not going to be buyers, so then they're probably going to sell off some pieces too. So I'm really curious. Demon D is in the place. Oh man, my main man. What's happening? Ken, what do you know, my man? Yes, sir. I'm telling you. Just when we thought the Yankees were down and out, they pull out a rabbit out of their hat just like that, right, Carl? Coach Carl's in the building. I think the price is going to be too prohibitive for Mason Miller to happen. I think it's going to be too expensive for everybody. And at the end of the day, it's probably going to, teams are going to be like, no. I think Miller stays. I really do. But his teammate Brent Rooker, I think he can get traded. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? Pirates and the Cardinals. I think can the Yankees? I think Nestor's tradable, right? And can you move Nestor for an arm? For a bat. Maybe. He has another year of control on that. Does he have another year? I think he has. And can you move him for a bat? I don't know what kind of bat, but a bat. Or Cardinals could be a team. I mean, somebody put out the other day, Nestor Cortez to the Cardinals for Brendan Donovan. I would do that trade. Dodgers going to DFA James Paxton. Yeah, well, if they get Garrett Crochet, one of these big dogs, I could see them. I can see them DFAing James Paxton. And I got my man NFE is in the building from the strike zone. My man, what's going on, brother?
What's going on?
Texas Buckeye, thank you so much. If anybody wants a membership, Texas Buckeye, the King of Texas, just gifted 5 memberships.
Nice.
Please message him, please. Thank you so much, Texas. You are the man. So, just when we think the Yankees are down and out, they have a game like this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the 60th win. They're the 3rd team to 60 wins. 3rd team. Them, the Phillies, and the Orioles. Not bad.
Not bad at all. I'm not, no complaints about today's win. I mean, it was one heck of a performance. I mean, Soto hits 2 home runs. He went, 3 for 5. And then, Rodon, 10 strikeouts, 7 innings. It's funny. What was that?
2 hits, 1 run. He shoved. Yeah. He shoved.
And, it's funny, too, is that earlier, I went live earlier. I had a show earlier. Rob joined me from Pinstripe Chronicles, and I jokingly talked about DJ LeMahieu hitting a home run.
You did.
Huh? Oh, man. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, things are working out.
What did Rob say? Was he like, yeah, I don't know.
Pretty much. I mean, that was like everybody's thought. You know what I mean? Like, really? Okay, DJ hitting a home run? Sure. I mean, based on how he's been playing. But, no, the bats were alive. I like the fact that, when these home runs were hit, that, some of the guys were like taking their time around the bases. It's like, all right, here you go. Here's payback. Take that,
Mm-hmm. Dr. C, we're hearing that he's probably going to meet with the team in Fenway. So they get the Mets for 2 games, and then we get the Red Sox after that. It sounds as if he's going to meet the team in Fenway without any rehab games. That's what we're hearing right now. Are you hearing anything differently, Anthony?
No, I'm hearing the same thing. Like he should be back for the series against Boston, which is perfect, actually. I know we're hearing him.
Brandon, I don't think they trade Gleyber Torres unless they trade for a second baseman first. They have to bring in a second baseman, no doubt about it. Who? I mean, we've talked about a lot of people. We talked about a lot of people. So, but I can't see Torres being moved unless they bring in somebody to replace him. But that's actually a credible option. Well, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't see any other scenario. Just like DJ LeMahieu. Again, if you point out, and it's an important point, him and Stanton are in the same boat. They're 10-5 players. They can veto any trade. So the chances of either one of them being moved are pretty slim. I hope DJ comes back, hits better, but we'll see what happens. I have no idea. Yeah, that's right, Carl. And then you had a home run. He had a home run by a mile. Soto's other home run was almost pretty much in the upper deck, and he was on the money today. I mean, I say. Let me know if you agree with me on this. I said this morning the Yankees should make incremental trades instead of waiting for the blockbuster that may not happen. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be nice to get a blockbuster? Absolutely. Would we love it? Yeah. What are the chances of it happening? I don't know. Probably not great. And that doesn't mean the Dodgers are going to go out and get everybody. It doesn't mean the Orioles are going to go out and get everybody. They could be skunked too. So, and again, I think that we've said this before. This is more than a one-player fix.
Oh, it is. Yeah, they got to upgrade. So what I think the Yankees should do, and this is just my opinion on this, but they absolutely need to make a trade for third base and then either play Cabrera at second base or call up Vivas. Torres is no longer, he's not the answer. I'm sorry, but he's not.
I have heard this too. They like India from the Reds. They're also talking to the Reds about 2 or 3 of their relievers too. So, I mean, if India comes hypothetically with a couple of relievers, India would probably be the leadoff hitter. Somebody to set them up on the top. And he's, we have good quality. I mean, he's a good teammate. He's a professional. He's got speed. So, I mean, could you see India coming here and being a leadoff hitter?
I would love to have him. I think he's a legitimate second baseman. I think we need they need a leadoff hitter. They don't have a legitimate leadoff hitter. He would fill in that hole.
Yeah.
The question is, what would you have to give up?
Yeah.
And are the Reds going to be selling? Because I feel like they're fighting for a wild card spot right now, and I think they're kind of like in the thick of it too. Because the National League, if you look at their standings, man, especially with the wild card, it's bananas, right? So, they're 4 games out of a wild card spot. Yeah. So there's still a lot of baseball to be played. There's 60 games left. Can they still get a spot? They can. It's going to be tough, especially with all the other teams that are trying to contend, because right now the wild card spot, the top 3 teams for the NL is Braves, Cardinals, Mets. But the Reds could still make it. I mean, maybe, I don't know that they get Jonathan India. Maybe a couple of their guys from the bullpen. I mean, they need some help in the bullpen area.
Yes, they do.
So,
most certainly the Brands here. Should we move Ben Rice from the leadoff hitter back cleanup?
Yes.
If they don't get a cleanup hitter, then I would bat him a cleanup too.
Yeah.
Because I do think like a Chisholm or an India would be a better fit for leadoff. We need to, we need to set up Soto and Judge, and then on the flip side, on the other side, we need to drive them in as well. So 1 and 4 are important spots.
Yeah, I think Rice should be back at the number 4 spot, honestly, because you need somebody after Judge, and as of right now, he's the best guy you got.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, until Giancarlo comes back, then you could put Giancarlo back at that number 4 spot. Then, you could maybe put Rice at the number 5, and then put Verdugo at the leadoff spot. I know that's not a popular opinion right now, but again, the Yankees don't have a lot of options at the leadoff spot. Maybe that's where guys like India comes into play. You could have that's why Jazz Chisholm fits right in. I would say Volpe, but honestly, I like where Volpe is right now. And actually, he had a good series against Tampa this weekend. So hats off to Volpe.
Yeah, his bat's kind of waking up. Wells' bat's waking up. Wells is at the 4 spot too. I got to give it to Austin Wells. He was good at the 4 spot today.
Yeah, he was.
I like Austin Wells. When you have this many holes to fill, I mean, the chances are like there's only 1 or 2 teams that I think they could pull off a multiplayer trade with, and probably the Angels, right? The Marlins. I mean, the White Sox. I mean, aside from Crochet, there's nobody else there that I want aside from Luis Robert. But like, that's going to be a whopper of a trade if you do like Crochet and Luis Robert. But Michael Kopech's available as well. But with the Dodgers are apparently talking about all 3 of them with the White Sox right now. So,
yeah. And there was a report, Mazza shared it with us, talking about the Red Sox are interested apparently in Luis Rengifo.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And Oswaldo. I mean, whatever they bring in the infield's got to be better than Oswaldo. It's got to be better than DJ. It's got to be better than Torres.
Mm-hmm.
That's just. I mean, otherwise, what the heck's the point in bringing in infielders if they're not going to be better, right? And. I like Oswaldo. He's good kids, good energy, but we need more consistency from those positions. And to me, the second base position is probably has the most options for a leadoff hitter. Third base, I don't know. I think they have the most options for number 4 hitter, unless they come out of nowhere and all of a sudden acquire Cody Bellinger. Yeah, which are like the Cubs are now going to be sellers instead of buyers.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and there was go ahead.
A week before the deadline, we're finding out who's being buyers and sellers, right? And that this could change in a couple of days.
Yeah, and maybe something goes down this week, and the reason why I'm saying that, and this is a tweet that Mark Feinstein put out yesterday.
Okay,
and he puts out one front office executive believes the Major League Baseball trade market will, quote, heat up big time this week per multiple sources. The Rays are likely to both buy and sell, while the Mets, Padres, and Twins are among the teams firmly in the, quote, buyer category. The deadline is 9 days away. Well, 8 days away now, but yeah. So you might see something this week. And I know there was a report that, you saw the report, the Rays were interested in some of the Yankees prospects.
Yeah. And they didn't mention who, so I don't know who.
Yeah, they weren't really specific. I mean, you would think. I mean, I don't know who they would be interested in. I would say,
well, it's got to be pitchers and outfielders
because they're loaded with infielders.
Yeah, they have 4 infield prospects that are rated higher than Jason Dominguez alone. 4 infield prospects. So they don't. I mean, there's 2 in the top 10, and they could replace Paredes and Juan DeFranco tomorrow if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And still have 2 more to spare, which is absolute crazy.
Well, if they need pitching, I mean, the Yankees have some pitching available.
We do. Look at this. James Paxton just got DFA by the Dodgers.
Wow.
What that means? I wonder if that means the Dodgers are about to acquire a pitcher.
Man. I mean, they've been in talks for
James Paxton. Paxton stats here. Just got DFA by the Dodgers. Wow. Holy mackerel.
The Big Maple.
Yeah. He did. Yeah, they did DFA him.
Wow.
This year, in 18 games, he's 8-2 with a 4.43 ERA. It's not bad.
Yeah,
64 strikeouts and 89 innings pitched. He had a good record because he has a good team. Like a 4.43 ERA, that's not that bad. I think that this means they're probably going to be bringing in the pitcher. Otherwise, why would they not. Why would they DFA him? Especially with all the pitchers that they have injured. I know Clayton Kershaw is going to make his debut this weekend. He's coming off the 60-day, but they still have. I mean, Dustin May is out for the year. One of their other pitchers is out for the year. Walker Buehler.
Yamamoto's out for a
Yamamoto's
while
out too. So this is crazy. What does this say? MLB trade rumors made it sound like was to make room for starting pitcher coming off the IL. I mean, it could be for Kershaw because he is making his debut. He had shoulder surgery and he hasn't played all year.
Mm-hmm.
He was already on the 60-man off the 40-man roster. So, I mean, that could be the case. That could be the case, gentlemen. I don't know, but that could be the case. But and we know that they're working on the White Sox for Crochet. They're also talking to the Tigers for Skubal. So they could pull in one of these guys if they wanted to, the Dodgers. And we'll see. I mean, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, I forgot about Kershaw too because he.
Yeah.
You see a Hall of Fame pitcher, but he missed a lot of time in the whole season. Thursday.
Coming off Thursday. There's one coming off Wednesday. Who's the
Walker Buehler?
Oh, it might be him because I know. Yeah, he's been hurt too.
Buehler, yeah. And then Dustin May, I think he's out for the year. I don't know if it's another Tommy John, but he's out for the year.
What about Glasnow? How long is? I know he's out.
Glasnow, it's a good question.
Because I know he's been out for a while. Yeah.
Tyler Glasnow. He's 8-5 with a 3.47 ERA, 143 Ks. They're reinstating Kershaw and Glasnow.
Well, there you go.
TradeRumors.com. Yep, here we go. And the Dodgers have been scrambling to fill a rotation lately, but we'll get a couple big reinforcements back in the coming days. Manager Dave Roberts tells reporters that right-hander Tyler Glasnow and left-hander Clayton Kershaw will each come off the injury list to start on Wednesday and Thursday, respectively. Kershaw is on the 60-day IL, which will need a 40-man roster spot to be open prior to taking the ball. So that could be the James Paxton DFA right there. It could be. Because Glasnow was already on the 40. He was already on the 40.
Yeah, what do you think? Does a team pick up Paxton? I
don't think the Yankees pick up Paxton.
I don't think so either. He's not the answer for the Yankees.
I could see him going to, I don't know, a team like the Diamondbacks or a team like the Astros could use him. They have a lot of pitching injuries.
Astros.
I'm not sure. I think he'll get picked up. With that record, he'll probably get picked up. So, he's still pretty decent pitcher.
Yeah.
Pretty big arm. So, pretty big arm. Glasnow. Galson. Jesse, who's that? Gonsolin? I think Gonsolin might be out for the year. If that's who you're talking about, Jesse. If you're talking about Gonsolin. Yeah, I mean, my guess, Carl, is they probably tried to and they couldn't. Which I think the Yankees are probably in the same boat. They're probably trying to trade Gleyber Torres and nobody wants him. Right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So they're going to wind up having to maybe DFA him if they bring in a bat or two for the infield. Which is, I never thought I'd say that, but we're in this situation right now where that's a realistic scenario for the Yankees, which is crazy.
To DFA Gleyber, I mean, they would. It's his final season, right? He's on it's his final season, so it could very well happen.
Yeah,
I mean, the Yankees could do it if they acquire somebody, or if they decide that they're going to call up Vivas.
Yep.
Or if they call up one of the young guys, which I think they still need to do that because at this point it's like, why not call up Vivas? Why not call up Peraza?
Yeah.
How much worse can they be than Torres?
Exactly.
I hear Peraza's been actually doing better.
Hitting better, I heard that too. So
yeah.
He's an option. I mean, it's nice to have him playing well again. It gives him another option. Hopefully Birdie comes back quicker. But at least they now have a couple guys who they could credibly have up here to
Yeah.
be placeholders if they if not going to play every day. No, and Peraza is still an elite defensive player too. So
He's your best glove.
Yeah, he's top of the line defensively.
Yeah.
He's super elite. So at Tyon, we heard the Yankees engaged, Red Sox and Yankees engaged with the Cubs on Jameson Tyon, and no surprise they're going to be selling pieces. So I'm curious now if they move Bellinger. I'm curious, and who they move him to. I don't know.
I mean, Bellinger.
I could see Tyon being traded to the Cleveland Guardians.
I could see that they can use another pitcher. What about Bellinger? Because maybe what about Bellinger to Seattle?
Seattle, an option. Yep.
They need a bat.
Yep.
What
did Carl? What do I think the Yankees must get at the deadline? A multiplayer trade with the Angels or the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's one player, then Tarek Skubal. If it's only one player, but I think it's got to be a multiplayer. And with the Marlins and the Angels would represent the teams that can line up easiest for the Yankees for a multiplayer trade. And they've made multiplayer trades with them before.
Yeah, I mean, a must is definitely an infielder. Third base is a must, and bullpen is a must.
Yeah.
Those are two musts for sure.
Yep. Cold time pitcher. Yeah, Kyle Finnegan. Yeah, I mean, he's a Nationals closer, 28 saves. Yeah, I mean, he's a guy I talked about a couple days ago too. That if they're not gonna pay the bounty for Tanner Scott or one of these guys, then Kyle Finnegan needs to be looked at. He's a righty though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. I wouldn't be offended if they got Finnegan. I wouldn't be offended at all. No, Big Maple's the only Canadian with a no.
I mean, the nice thing with Finnegan, too, you got another year of control with him.
Yep.
He's under contract for 2025, and then he becomes a free agent in 2026. That'll put him at 34, and
yep.
Yeah, the Yankees can use him.
I saw my man Bobby Malone propose this too. Nestor to the Cards for Brendan Donovan.
Sign me up.
If you can get Brendan Donovan for Nestor Cortez, you have to do that.
Oh, sign me up.
Yeah.
You talked about Brendan Donovan many times.
Yeah, for like a year.
Yeah, you've been talking about Brendan Donovan for a while, and
yeah.
he's outfield and a second baseman, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Positional versatility, which is something Yankees could use.
Yeah, and I would take him over Glaber right now.
Yeah, so would I. I mean,
Brendan Donovan. I mean, he's.
Yep. I mean, second or third base. I don't care. You get him here, he'll play. And I wonder if the Cardinals will do it because they're contending now, just like Houston Astros. They're in first place again. They were like 10 games behind about 2 months ago, and now they're in first place. Astros.
Yeah, I don't. But do they trade Donovan though? Because they're in first place in the division.
I don't know if the Cardinals
trade. Hard to say. I mean, he would be an attractive option because he's not a free agent until 2028.
Yep, that's right.
And that's an attractive option. I just don't know if the Cardinals would do something like that. They'll probably, if they did, they'll ask for somebody else for sure because I don't think they would just do a one for one.
You're gonna have to add a top prospect to Nestor Cortez.
So they might have to add an infielder to that deal then.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then we'll see which infielder you can get away with and you can move. And there's still going to be plenty of infielders here, and so plenty.
Yeah.
Army Chowmy, mom on recent trade idea. What? What recent trade idea, Chowmy? Did you put one out? This thing is if I miss it, I apologize. This thing is scrolling pretty fast. What trade idea did you put out? Ty France was put on waivers too, a first baseman from Mariners, right?
Got put on waivers. Yep.
I
didn't see a proposal from Army
I'm
Chowman.
looking for it here. Yeah. I mean, what trade proposal are you referring to, Chowman? I'm not exactly sure which one what you mean.
Here we go.
Dylan Moore and a relief pitcher for Glaber and Cash. Glaber would be an upgrade. Dylan Moore. Let's see. Dylan Moore. Mariners. 31-year-old. What position is he?
He's a shortstop based on what MLB.com is saying.
Could they move him to a different position?
Can he play second?
Now let's look at his spot track here. Let's see what he has left in terms of contract availability here. He is not a free agent until 2026, so he's got another year after this year. So, look, I mean, his stats are better than Torres's for the year. So,
yeah,
that's not. I mean, it's not a bad idea, I mean, but I do think honestly that they're looking for like Chisholm or India, something like that. I do think they're looking for that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't work for Cashman. I don't work with him. Can't speak for him. So we'll see. All right, we'll see. Rengifo can play second. Yeah, I think he can play second and third. Yeah, and if you get Rengifo for second, then okay, I'll take him a second too over Torres. I would.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. 51 likes. Let's keep hitting them like button, gang. Let's keep try to get to 100 likes if we can. It's greatly appreciated as always. Yeah, DJ in here is one. Interesting. Chow mein. So maybe Dylan Moore coming to a place that might be a little bit more favorable to his offensive skill set would be a good idea. I mean, it's always nice when the Yankees trade for a hitter and they unlock the hitter, right?
Yeah.
Pitcher when they unlock the pitcher, like that's always nice. They don't always do that, but it's nice when they do. Yeah, it could be an interesting trade. I mean, it could be an interesting trade. And a relief pitcher, I mean, they got a pretty solid bullpen too. I mean, I don't think they're going to give us Munoz, that's for sure. But can't hurt to ask. Yeah, as a run producer than Perez, he's a better run away from Seattle. He's a better run producer than Perez. All right. What if you got Chowman? What if you got him in second and Chowman at third, or I mean, excuse me, Chowman. Him in second and Paredes at third, or him in third and Paredes at second.
So Rengifo or Dylan Moore? We're talking about Dylan Moore.
Dylan Moore
at second.
Could you? I mean, you can do him at second and Rengifo at third, or vice versa.
Yeah,
he has that versatility. But I mean, look, that's the thing. A good way. I agree with NFE. He said, also he doesn't think that Torres is going to get moved, and I don't think he's going to get moved unless they bring somebody in beforehand.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense to move him if they're not going to bring in somebody to replace him. No, otherwise they're probably just going to ride it out, see if his bat comes to life again. Which if they want to win the World Series this year, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, Jesse, I agree. I'm definitely taking Chowman at third all day.
Chowman, can you put it up in the third base?
Sign me up.
Let's go.
Sorry, I had to read that comment.
You got to love Chowman?
Well, can Chowman play third base? Well, there you go, Rod. All right.
You ready for the Mets the next two games? Huh? Shoot. I can't play. I gotta have all your limbs. Are you limbless? If you are, then I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
That was did not know.
They're just trying to show you support, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving you love.
Yeah.
I think Dang thinks they stays until the end of the season.
That's what I've been saying to there, Andrew, is that I think Gleyber plays till the end of the season. I think he's going to finish the season off as a New York Yankee. If they get a second baseman, I mean, I could see him going to the bench.
Immediately retired from the Army.
Oh, all right.
Did you fight off a whole brigade by yourself? I think you did. In that case, you're a legend. Legend.
Yeah.
Shoot. It makes for great. It does make for great pranks. Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, we'll keep it light here. Obviously, but thank you for your service, Chow Man. Thank you for doing your thing. You are a legend. New York needs a second baseman that jerks his elbow when he is at bat. Jerks his an elbow. Who are the elbow jerkers? Second baseman. Oh. I don't know. I gotta look at now. Now you're gonna have me look at this, brother. I'm gonna look at the elbow jerkers at second base. Actually, I'm gonna find out if this is an actual thing. Yeah, I did hear that. For those that haven't heard, this is terrible news. Omar Minaya found his wife was found dead in their home today.
I read about that and I was just like, no, what? How? What happened?
I don't know. He wasn't there, so I don't know if it's. They didn't report any foul play or suicide, but like I'm guessing they'll get some more intel.
That's concerning. That's
terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. No, we all love Chow Man. We all love Jesse, man. Chow Man's a gangster. He's a legend now. That's it.
No, Chow Man's the man.
Or yes, rest in peace, Rachel Minaya. Yeah, I mean that's suicide was ruled out. Suicide was ruled out. Nosebleed. What's up, Nosebleed? Cold tonight pizza. Yeah, I heard suicide was ruled out. I heard foul play was kind of ruled out too, right? But I don't know. Could she have had a heart attack and gone into cardiac arrest? Yeah, she could have. She could have. I don't know. I don't know. Michael K mentioned during the game. Okay. Joe Morgan. And Joe Morgan on the bill. Oh man. No, exactly, Pina. You can't. You can't trade. I mean, I don't know how the hell Brian Cashman traded Joey Gallo for Clayton Beeter last year. I don't know. I don't know if he had the GM. He was like giving him noogies. I don't know how it happened. It's like I have no explanation. And like Beater's it looks like a valuable piece here. He traded Joey Gallo's like the worst player in the universe, and he got Clayton Beeter for him. I don't get that one. Yeah.
Well, he pulled that one off somehow.
Yeah, it's nuts. But it depends on how much. Well, I'll tell you this thing. And I don't know who agrees with me or disagrees with me, but that 9-figure contract that Torres could have gotten he's got zero chance of getting it now.
Yeah.
He cost himself probably $100 million in free agency.
Oh, easy.
That's a lot of money. He could have been getting, what's that guy at second base? Javi Baez. He could have been getting Baez money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that they'll I still say that this is Gleyber Torres' final year as a New York Yankee.
I think so too. Yeah, you got Hill for Jake Cave. This is true too.
Yeah.
Another good. Yeah. We might have to. Do we need to have a sit down and make Chow Man our West Coast made man? We need a wise guy in the West Coast. And if he's the enforcer, we need a capo. So Chow Man, I'm gonna sit down with Buckeye and the Consigliere and the powers that be, and we'll get back to you. Yeah. Welsh should catch everybody. Look, RODON was he did exactly what we needed from him today. Exactly what we needed. He was fantastic. How much money does Stanton make? He has after this year, it's still $90 million or something like that. But then I think the Marlins are going to be paying $10 million of that per year for the next 3 years or something like that, right? So Stanton's got a lot of money left, and he's a 10-5, so he can veto any trade, So that's his at $98 million nosebleed. $98 million left on Stanton's freaking deal. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane because he's going to get 30. He's getting paid $32 million this year and next year for this season. When does that $10 million kick in for the?
I think in 25.
Yeah, it says Marlins will retain $10 million each of 2026, 2027, 2028.
All right, so 2026. Okay.
Assuming that the Yankees exercise his 2028 option, which I don't see happening. He'll be 38 by then.
Mm-hmm.
So the money, that $10 million doesn't kick in until 2026.
All right. CT Cards is in place.
Hey, what's up, CT?
Friend? What's happened, CT? What do you know? Yeah, so some positive. It's nice when we do a live stream where after they win, everybody's so much happier. So it's great. It's good. It's good. And yeah, we saw some good things. They had 5 home runs today. RODON was fantastic. The bullpen was solid too. I'll take it. It was a clean win for the Yankees. I'll take it. And as Stanton's actually known as a high character guy. He's done some cool stuff, Stanton. So, I wouldn't be irritated by that. I just wish I had Stanton's remaining money.
Yeah.
You cheer yourself by looking at Rendon's. Yeah, well, exactly. Rendon, he's turned into a malcontent over with the Angels. Stanton's not that. He's a pro. Stanton's a pro. He carries himself.
Yeah. Rendon's a disappointment, man, because he's actually a good player when he wants to. Like, he plays. He's not a bad player. He's great. He just stopped caring about the game.
This is crazy after you get this monster contract.
Yeah. There was a question that Cold Italian Pizza asked that was above. I could just read it off. He says, say you don't acquire Skubal or Crochet. Are you okay with the Yankees starting staff, especially since Clark Schmidt is coming back?
I still think another guy like Jack Flaherty or Yusei Kikuchi, something like that. I do think once Schmidt comes back, if we're not trading Cortez, he's got to go in the pen for long relief. My opinion. But
yeah, I think there's other options for starters. I mean, but we don't even know if Skubal is even available.
Yeah,
Tigers haven't said anything. Maybe they're getting calls about Skubal and they're not.
Yeah. It's Skubal. I mean, I think like Skubal will probably be a deadline day trade. If he gets
for sure.
Crochet, I think will happen a day, a little bit before that. But like, I could see Skubal being one of these that gets agreed to at 5:56 p.m. and then gets reported at like 6:15. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe this just happened. I think it's gonna be one of those. You don't think they'll get a big name player? I think they're gonna get. I don't know. I mean, what are the big name players that we know? Crochet, that we know are available. Crochet, Jazz Chisholm, right?
Potentially Cody Bellinger.
Right?
Potentially Cody Bellinger. I mean, Nardi, AJ Puck, Tanner Scott. I mean, these are some pretty well-known names.
Yeah, and to Carl's point too, if you're going to get the reason why we think we need another top starter because, trusting pitchers after Cole. Like this is a fantastic game by RODON today, but like, can we trust him to be the number 2 in the playoffs behind Cole? I don't know.
It's a good question.
And which is why bringing another starter and somebody who has ice in his veins, like Nathan Eovaldi's not a flashy and it didn't pan out great when it's with the Yankees last time, but he's got ice in his veins. He was money with Boston and money with Texas in the postseason, and he doesn't walk a lot of players either. So he could be a guy from Texas.
Yeah.
Jack Flaherty is decent too.
And I actually agree with Jeets over here
Yeah, well, this is
because
we don't know
that's the
we don't know what the innings limit is.
yeah, and this is where I'm not, with Crochet, I'm not okay with giving up, a guy like Spencer Jones or a guy like Jason Dominguez in a trade because of the fact that he's on an innings limit. He's probably on an innings limit because he's never been a starter before. So yeah, I do agree with him on that.
Mhm.
You know, so for Scooble, I'll do it.
Yeah, Scooble. I mean, like, in fantasy world, would it cost to swindle George Kirby from the Mariners? Well, if you're not doing Jones and Dominguez for Scooble, I don't think you'll have to do him for Kirby. But Kirby does have more control over years, but Scooble is a bona fide ace.
Yeah.
It would cost one of those guys and probably Chase Hampton and a couple of pieces. I think so. Are they willing to do that? I don't know. I mean, they did just draft 14 pitchers a week and a half ago, so they can replenish a lot of what they give it, what they're trading out. So, and they're all college pitchers too, with the exception of one. So, guys are going to be closer to the mid levels of the system than they were before. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. You get Crochet and Kopech and a player, would you do it? Well, depends on what the player is, Nosebleed. If the player is Luis Robert, I would. I would drive Dominguez to Chicago and then bring those other guys back. If we can get Luis Robert with them, yeah. I'm moving. And again, like moving Dominguez to Chicago White Sox or Jones to Tigers is not the same as moving these guys to Tampa Bay. But it can punish us multiple times a year. So they're in a different environment. Like I feel better facing Dominguez if he's with the White Sox, right? if he's with the Tampa Bay Rays. Like I just feel better about that. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, but that's the way I feel about it. But at the end of the day, like, do we want to move Jones and Dominguez? No. But unfortunately, the price of one of these pitchers is going to be that. And that's where we're at right now. And with a week left, yeah, you can be sure that teams are going to be anxious to be paying a heavy premium to get some of these guys here. But yeah, Nosebleed. Yeah, good road trip, Nosebleed. Yeah, I mean, Kirby probably ends up a Yankees fan. Yeah, Kirby might end up a Yankee. I don't know. I mean, Michael Pineda was a Mariner. He ended up as a Yankee too. So it's young with a big arm, and then he came here and was not great. So
yeah, there is a little bit of a history with the Yankees and Mariners. They've done a lot of business together, so you never know.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, Trevor Bauer's not happening.
No.
Bauer's not happening.
No.
Yeah, our mind. Yeah, Soto's priority number one this offseason. And Trevor Bauer, no. Then again, nobody is biting on the Trevor Bauer sandwich right now. Nobody, no team. I don't think it's too much baggage. Way too much baggage with him, and it could affect the Yankees' chemistry, what they're trying to build here. I'm gonna pass on Bauer. Fingers crossed. Torres isn't wearing a Yankee uniform. Cards, yes. I mean, I think this is a tough decision for the team because they stuck with him for the last 5 years, right? So, do they stick with him and try to ride it out, or do they move him at the deadline? And no matter where you move him to, you can go somewhere you can turn into a complete stud. But I just hope it's not a team that like the Rays, like the Astros, are a team that's going to crush us in the postseason, right? I would not want to do that. Yeah, but it's worth consideration.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Torres gets traded. I mean, even if they tried, I don't know what team is going to want him. I know a few folks. I mean, who was it? Army Chowmain saying that the Mariners could use him.
They could.
Maybe they could, but what are they willing to give back?
Exactly.
That's the question, because Glaber may not have a lot of value, but he does. I don't want to just trade him just to trade him either. I mean, he's not providing a lot for the Yankees, granted, but you know, you got to get something back for him.
Yeah, it's just they're not going to get a big piece without giving up a big piece. I mean, if Cashman was able to pull that off, he'd be GM of the decade. He was able to do that. So
yeah, and
I don't know how possible that is.
Yeah, and folks are asking about the Braves and talking about Ozzie Albies. They just signed Whit Merrifield.
Yes.
So we could forget the Yankees trading with the Braves.
Yeah, it would have been nice that they jumped on it right off the bat, but
right
with Merrifield, they're able to sign him on the minimum, and he's at 35 years old, he's going to probably bring more production than Torres would. So if we keep Soto, we can deal Dominguez and Jones, but if we lose Soto, we're going to want one of them. Yeah, exactly. Then, yeah. If Soto's not here, then you can have both of them in the outfield with Judge, right? If Soto's here, then you have Soto and right, Judge in center for now, and one of those guys in left. And the other one probably playing AAA. But we'll see. I think Aaron Judge won't convert until to DH until Giancarlo Stanton's no longer here.
So that's another 4 years then.
3 or 4 years. Yeah, I think it's 3 more. I think that 4th year is an option year.
It's a club option in 2028 for Giancarlo. And by then Judge will be 36, which that would be nice for him to just transition to DH.
Yep.
And he could play the outfield once in a while.
Yeah, it would be wise. I mean, unless Stanton's 2 home runs away from 500, I can't see the Yankees bringing it back in that club option. I can't see it happening. But still, we're still a ways away from that.
Yeah, and Giancarlo's not getting DFA'd for those that are wishing he gets DFA'd. I got to throw that out there because, there was a lot of. I remember before the season even started, people just like DFA him, trade him. I'm like, okay, you can't trade him. DFA him, sure, they could DFA him, but do they really want to be on the hook for $98 million?
Yeah,
that's insanity. So, because I've had people tell me, like, straight up tell me, like, oh, they would, I think they would DFA him. I'm like, $98 million? So that's
a lot of money.
A lot of money, yeah. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, especially when you can, take 60 off of that. I mean, 30 off of that, and have the Marlins throw in 10 million a year for them.
But but anyway, but if we keep Soto, we can deal Jason D. I mean, but the thing is, you want one of these guys to stay though, right? I mean, hypothetically speaking, if the Yankees wanted to trade one of them, you want to keep one of them. I wouldn't want to trade both of them personally.
No, neither would I. I appreciate when people say like Dominguez looks like another Soto, Jones looks like another Judge, right?
Right.
Essentially 2 pairs of Soto and Judge, which would be kind of awesome, but I don't know how realistic that is.
Yeah, and I don't know. I know Jones is higher ranked than, or not Jones. Dominguez is higher ranked than Jones.
Yeah.
But I think Jones has a little more, and he has a little more upside, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's not a knock on Dominguez. I like Dominguez. I think he's got something, right? I mean, we truly still don't know with either one, really. I mean, we got a small sample size with Dominguez, but we still don't know Dominguez. We honestly don't know about Jones, but we know that they both had success or having success at the minor league level.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I cannot pinpoint anything that I think the Yankees are going to do right now. Like, I know the things that we want them to do, but I can't pinpoint anything.
Well, no, I mean, we can't. I mean, come on. Like, you think Cashman's going to come out and be like, "Oh, we're going to go get." They're not going to. They're not going to say who they're going to go after.
Exactly.
I mean, we don't even. Hell, we don't even know if they're. If they even talked to the Cubs about Jameson Tyone, because you get a lot of these reports that come out, and some of it is clickbait, right?
Yeah, breaking news: the Yankees have their eyes on. That's not breaking news.
Yeah, they got their eyes on a lot of people. I mean, we knew that they had their eye on Juan Soto. I mean, that was obvious. They have had their eye on Juan Soto for 2 years, right? And just like in the offseason, supposedly the Yankees offered Blake Snell 6 years, 125, or like 6 years, 150. Yep. And Cashman was on John Boy and said we didn't even offer that.
Yep.
That's not what we offered. So the report was not truthful whatsoever. He didn't say what was offered, but if I had to guess, it was probably a short-term deal.
Probably. Or it could be 5 for 125 or something like that.
Yeah, he didn't say what the deal was, but he's like, whatever was reported, he was like, it definitely wasn't that. And yeah, so.
That's true. I'm looking now to see. So the names, the Rays were discussing Zach Eflin, Isaac Paredes, Pete Fairbanks, Randy Rosarena, and what's his name? Yandy Diaz with the Yankees. That's who they were discussing with the Yankees. Don't know if anything's going to come out of that, but that's who they were discussing. That's a lot of people to be discussing. It's a lot.
Maybe something happens this week.
Yeah, and let's see here, Sarah. What is this? Oh yeah, okay. Talking about Ty France here. They've already connected Ty France to the Yankees. Mariners. Wow.
Oh boy.
This is what happens. The Yankees get connected with everybody.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'm not seeing anything right now. I have a feeling I have a feeling this is going to go right down to the last couple of days. It's going to be an intense couple of days leading into the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be like, what the heck is going on here? Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Cashman was interviewed last week about about trade deadline, right? And he's like, yeah, we're all he said was we're going to be open minded and we're going to see what we need. He didn't specify what exactly. So
that's pretty much all you get from Cashman too.
Yeah, I mean, no GM is going to come out and say we're going to get this position, we're going to get this player. Like it's just
leverage.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Cashman does a good job of being secretive. I will say that.
He doesn't leak anything. Nothing.
Yeah, no.
They sewed his lips shut. They really, really did. That's before Maz is in the building. What's good, my man?
What up, Mazza?
If we acquired Jameson, I don't know. He was decent with the Yankees this last year. I think they have to shoot higher than that. They've got to shoot higher than that. In all honesty, the Yankees. I mean, we need somebody who can be like a legitimate number 2 behind Cole in the rotation. Who? We'll see. That's still remains to be seen.
Wait, Merrifield just got hurt? Are you for real?
What? He just signed with the Braves and he got hurt already?
No, come on. For real?
Are you joking with us, young one?
You might be messing with us. I don't know. I'm not seeing nothing.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He said that Bob Nightingale tweeted it.
Bob Nightingale. Are the Braves playing right now? They don't play until 7:20 p.m. Bob Nightingale tweeted it. What the? Really?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it for you. So this was he retweeted a tweet, a post from David O'Brien. It says, "You might not believe it, but it's true. Whit Merrifield took a ball off a finger off his throwing hand while taking grounders an hour ago. Is being evaluated now to make sure there's no damage."
Oh,
man. I know, as Snickers said, managing to smile, can't make it up. This year is something else.
Well, look at that. Maybe there's an opening for Gleyber Torres now.
Maybe. Well, here's my response to that too about the whole injury thing. It just goes to show this year is just, it's not just the Yankees witnessing freak injuries. Every team is witnessing these freak injuries.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks.
Look at that. That's crazy.
That is insane. Like,
it's terrible for the Braves.
I know, and I feel bad. And it's just like, I got no problems with the Braves, but it's just like, yo, Alzi Albies gets hurt. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks, I think, right?
Yeah, 8 weeks, broken wrist.
Then you get Whit Merrifield on waivers because he was DFA'd by the freaking Phillies, and then and he took a ground ball like during prep. Oh my god, that's like a freak accident with Oscar Gonzalez and Vivas, and they had the same injury to the eye. I'm like, you can't make this up. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, that happened in the same week. Both those guys.
Yeah,
fractured orbital. I've never heard that ever. That's like winning the Mega Millions twice. It's like, what? How the hell did that happen? Fractured orbital bone? 2 guys in a row? It's nuts.
It's insane.
Don't know. Yeah, I don't mean, Mazza. I mean, I don't know if Whit turns out to be okay, then it doesn't make any sense for them not to pursue Torres. I think somebody would pursue Torres. I don't know who and what we get for him, but at this point, we just got to take the L. Whatever you get is what you get. You're not going to get a haul back for the guy.
Yeah. I mean, they'll just have to, they might just have to settle. You know, if they trade Torres, I think they're just going to have to settle with, whatever's being offered, I guess, Yeah. So.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. The Braves just signed with Merrifield like this morning or last night or something like that.
Yeah, it literally happened yesterday, actually. Yeah. Like, it went down yesterday, and then now the dude's hurt. He hurt himself during practice. I'm like, what the hell?
Crazy. That's absolutely nuts. I like Whit Merrifield too. Yeah. It's a good little scrappy player.
Yeah, he's not a bad player at all, man. He's actually all right. He's decent.
Yeah, he's pretty decent. I don't know. It's gonna, man, this is gonna be nuts. These next 8 days.
Yeah,
it really is. And I'm not seeing anything right now in terms of news. Just check here quickly. See if anything pops up. Any baseball news?
I keep checking myself.
Yeah, man. Carlos, no, nothing. Nothing yet. No. And I mean, I look at my phone like 20 times a day waiting for something to happen. Like, the notifications on, waiting for it to go bing, bing, bing. I'm just waiting. This is why, again, like I have a feeling I'm gonna be busy on trade deadline day. I'll be on from 12 p.m. Eastern to at least 7 p.m. Eastern. So if the Yankees get Scuba, I trade for the Matt Vierling of the deal. Maybe. They have another infielder over there too. The Tigers. Andy Ibanez.
I mean, Vierling would be, you know what? he's not a free agent until 2028. So you get him for this season and then through 2027, and then he's a free agent in 2028. So he does come with some years of control.
Tigers have been scouting the O's minor league. No, I wouldn't say checkmate. I mean, getting Scooble helps them, but doesn't guarantee they win anything yet.
Nope. One thing about the postseason is that everybody starts fresh. Doesn't matter what your regular season record was, because
everybody's 0-0.
Everybody's 0-0. And did the Braves win last year? Nope. Did the Orioles win last year? Nope. So
the two wild card teams played in the World Series.
Yep, and I'm gonna keep saying that over and over again because nothing is guaranteed.
That's right. Yeah, and okay, Ibanez. All right. Yep. He's another guy.
Andy Ibanez, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Rengifo. I mean, is Rengifo back playing? I don't even know. I don't even know if he's back playing or not.
I think he was taking practice, I want to say.
Rengifo? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I heard something about it.
2 cups of Joe. Yo.
I need 2 cups of Joe right now, actually. Hook a brother up, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you guys and gals, but winning a games like this makes me feel a little bit less anxiety-ridden heading into the deadline, but it doesn't mask the needs that the Yankees still have. It just shows that this team has a lot of talent, and they can do this even not at full strength, right? So, is Jack Flaherty the top 3 pitcher in the Yankees? That's a good question, Ken. He'd probably be number 3.
What's his numbers? I guess we could look up his numbers real quick. I mean, right now, 7-5 record, 3.13 ERA.
Yeah, he'll probably be 3.
He could easily be a number 3.
Yep, 127 Ks, a whip of under 1. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, my anxiety dropped a little bit today too. It was good to see them win this game.
Yeah.
And good to see them do it cleanly. And there's been a lot of anxiety in terms of the Yankees wins, and I get it, but I just focus on the games. I don't really care what happens in the post-game press conference and all that stuff. I don't care. I don't watch them anyway. So, I
only watch the post-game just to see stats. Like, for example, there was a stat that I wrote down today, right? Like, just based on how the Yankees were in this series, they were like 4 for whatever with runners in scoring position or something like that, because I'm like, all right, this is like something I can talk about. But as far as what, Boone, I've gotten used to what he says, but I'm not going to dwell too much on it, because it's like, honestly, Boone is not going to give anybody ammunition. He's not going to give, especially New York media. Come on. He's not going to give New York media ammunition to talk. He's going to give ammunition. I mean, it gives ammunition to the fans, sure, but who knows what he's saying behind closed doors? We're not in that room. We're not there. So, and then Rengifo, as of 2 days ago, has said that he began throwing, fielding ground balls and hitting off a tee on Friday.
Okay.
So there's a little activity. So he's trying to get back into it.
Okay.
But
I mean, he would be a good get for somebody at the trade deadline too if he shows to be healthy.
He was a guy that I was eyeballing for sure for third base. I wouldn't mind Yankees going after him.
Like him, he's not enough. Neither is Paredes. Neither is Diaz. Neither is Scoop. Neither is Chet. None of these guys are enough by themselves. None of them. Luis Robert. None of these guys. Mason Miller. None of them are enough by themselves. You need a couple guys here. We do.
Yeah, but yeah, the bats they need to add 1 or 2 bats. That is a priority. 1 or 2 bats, get 2 bullpen arms.
You can find
start. Say it again.
If you can find a starter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, I know we're getting Clark Schmidt coming back, Cody Poteet's coming back. They got some options there. Maybe they call up Will Warren. Maybe. I don't know how well he's doing right now at the minors. I hear he's gotten better. I don't know how much better, but
let's see. In my stats, Will Warren. He is 5-5 with a 6.42.
Ooh, okay.
107 strikeouts and 89 innings pitched. All right, and this is off of me. He had a really rough start.
Right.
He was tattooed, so this is a heck of a lot better than he was like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So he's got good strikeout numbers. He's got good control. Yeah, give one of these guys a shot too. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? But yeah, Flaherty. Yeah, Flaherty. He'll be a quality guy to go somewhere. Flaherty. He could go to a couple places. He really could be. Reach out for see. Yeah, personally, Ken, I don't know. Especially after he was kind of trolling the Yankees yesterday in the post-game interview. And I'm not sure. I think the Yankees need to shoot their sights higher than Severino.
Yeah.
In terms of pitching. I really do. This is the time to do it. You might as well go after Skubal. Might as well go after Crochet. Can you get him without Dominguez or Jones? I hope so, but I'm not holding out hope for that. Definitely not. But that's what we got, gang. That's what we have. The Yankees tied the series, okay? Third team to 60 wins. Now we have the Mets. Let's see if the lineups already, not the lineups, the pitching matchups already out. Mets, let's see, tomorrow. In Yankee Stadium, 7:05 p.m. Jose Quintana versus Luis Hill.
Well, hopefully Luis Hill has a better outing.
Yep.
Compared to the last one.
So we need him to be on point tomorrow. Yep. So, but anyway, gang, go have a great rest of your day. NFE, thank you so much for coming on, brothers.
Thanks for inviting me on, man. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, man. Be sure, if you haven't subscribed to the Strike Zone yet, please do.
On the road to 800.
Yeah, right around the corner, baby.
Yeah.
No, but let's keep the spirits up. Let's keep the energy levels up. Let's help this team get through these rough patches and hopefully come back stronger on the other side. I'm always optimist that people like to call delusional, but whatever. That's just me. I do think that the Yankees are good enough to be in the playoffs. Championship, they need a couple pieces.
Yeah.
But at the very least, and again, they're 60-42, gang. If they go 30-30, there's 60 games left. They're 90-72. If they go 35-25, they're 95-67. So it is possible. It is possible.
Yeah. And Ken, I meant to say Hill's last outing when he faced with the Mets. His outing with the Mets was a bad one, but his last outing, was a good outing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jonathan says Merrifield X-rays negative, no fracture. He's day to day. Well, there you go.
All right. Well, it's okay. It's not like we're going to get a boatload anyway back for Torres.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but thank you, Jonathan. PMVI, the Prime Minister, valuable intel, right there. That's him right there. So, but have a great rest of the day, everybody. If anything comes out, you're going to get it from NFE, from myself, from Mazzy. You're going to get it from us. Sorry, we promise you that, okay? Peace and love to all yous. Yes, the Dodgers did DFA James Paxton. I think he'll get picked up by somebody.
He will.
He still has a decent arm. But peace and love to all yous. We'll see you on the other side.